Hello, I'm anti-woke and autistic. It's this idea that dieting is not the answer, and many fat activists, such as Amanda Martinez Beck, preaches that, as you can see. She goes on to say we have to remember that 95% of the time, diets fail. Actually, diets don't fail, people do. This percentage, 95%, 90%, I even challenge that, but for the sake of argument, let's just say it's true that out of people tracked somehow by researchers who want to lose weight, 90% of them either don't lose weight, lose only a little bit of weight, or if they lose the amount that they want, they quickly regain it. So something failed. What fat activists who've given up on themselves fail to realize is that the 90% statistic includes every kind of diet and many different approaches to weight loss. Included in that 90% are people who go on starvation diets, people who don't do any exercise, let alone both cardio and strength training. That 90% includes people who take only those so-called fat burner pills, thinking that that's going to do the trick. It includes people who do all sorts of gimmicky things in an attempt to lose weight, like eating only the last few hours of the day, skipping meals, going long periods without food, leaving out food groups, eliminating their favorite foods, which leads to feelings of deprivation, which then leads to binge eating, trying just strange things to lose weight, such as a shake for breakfast, another for lunch, and then a sensible dinner, or having just a liquid diet. I mean, just doing all sorts of strange things. These fat activists have to ask themselves, what are the 10% who succeed long term doing? What are they doing different than the 90%? Why not find out what they're doing instead of giving up on yourself and resigning to being morbidly obese for the rest of your life? What are those 10% doing? I'd like to see a study on what percentage of people who approach weight loss with number one, cardio exercise, particularly high intensity interval training, strength training, particularly intense compound weightlifting, and I don't mean bodybuilding, but just intense workouts, and 3 meals a day, allowing some snacks, a limitation on processed food, but inclusion of your favorite foods, no skipping of meals, and drinking water with your meals, and just giving up soda. So there's nothing gimmicky or non-sustainable about that approach. Portion control. What percentage of those types of dieters would be successful? I bet 100%, near 100%. That 90% who fail, they're doing it wrong, and fat activists aren't bright enough to see that. So they resign to just giving up. What about the 10%? How come we just focus on the 90%? Forget the 90%. What about the 10% who succeed? Why not find out what they're doing and copy them? It's like 98% of Americans are not financially independent, only 2% are. If you want to be financially independent, would you follow the lead of the 98%ers? No, of course not. You would find out what that 2% is doing. Well, likewise, if only 10% of people succeed at permanent weight loss, why not find out what they're doing differently than the 90% who fail? However, when you get right down to it, it's not the diet that fails, it's the person who fails. They just fail at it. They go on some stupid, gimmicky, non-sustainable weight loss plan. They don't realize that if they go off a diet, they're going to gain the weight back. I mean, I'll say it again, diets don't fail, people do. So Amanda Martinez Beck says, what's the purpose of my body? Look, whatever the purpose you think your body is designed for, don't you think that it would serve that purpose optimally if it were of a normal body weight and physically fit instead of 350 pounds? And I'm going to show you a picture of Amanda in just a second. She says, I'm always here to help you on the journey of asking these questions. See the link in my IG bio or click here, and it's a link to setting up an appointment with her where for $40, she'll tell you for 40 minutes that it's okay to be fat. All right, so here's Amanda Martinez Beck, and she's morbidly obese. She's given up entirely. She wants to be in that 90% who fail, and she's convinced herself that she can never rise above that and be in that 10%. And she has 22,000 followers on Instagram who see her as an inspiration. But there's many like her. There's many morbidly obese people who have the same delusion as Amanda. And what's mind-boggling are the thousands and thousands and tens of thousands, because some of these fat activists have over 100,000 followers. They're seen as inspirational. No, they're quitters. If they've decided to stay in that 90%, they are quitters, and there's nothing inspirational about being a quitter. What's inspirational is what that 10% is doing. If you're on the fence, if you don't know whether to cross over to the death cult known as fat acceptance, fat liberation, or you don't know whether to keep dieting, think of it this way. Don't think of it as a diet. Think of it as healthier eating habits, more physical activity, improved eating habits, less processed food. You want to follow somebody who's where you want to be. Do you want to be where Amanda Martinez Beck is? Do you want to look like that? Do you want to have mobility problems, knee problems, foot problems, heart problems, eventual kidney and liver disease, for which morbid obesity is a huge risk? Find somebody who inspires you. All right? It could be somebody who used to be as big as Amanda, or used to be your size and has lost weight, kept it off, and has incorporated both strength training or some cardio exercise. Maybe it's hiking, powerlifting, it could be just regular, it could be fitness classes, it could be boot camp classes. Or it could be somebody who's on a journey. They've already lost weight, but perhaps they were 320 and now they're 270, and they're still on that trajectory to get down to 250, 220, below 200. They're sharing their healthful meals on Instagram, sharing recipes. That's the person who should inspire you or be considered inspirational, not somebody like this who has given up. She's a quitter. She is not inspirational. And why would anybody pay $40 to a quitter to tell them essentially that you should quit? You should never stop striving to lose excess fat. Remember, diets don't fail, people do. Have a good day.